Hi guys, my name is Ray Dillman. I'm going to be your instructor for this course. You can see on the page here, our course is ENGL 1103-08 Whiskey 1 W1 16 FA. You can see the welcome message here. Pretty soon this video is going to be posted on the same page. But I want to kind of run you through what week 1 should look like, or what you should do as a student for week 1. Some of the other resources that you want to know about in this class, and it's something you can do for every week after this. The likelihood is I'm not going to post another video at the start of every week, but I want you to get started on the right foot for this. Okay, so on the course home site right now, I'm going to scroll down to course documents. Inside course documents, one of the things I'm going to point you to is the CAGS policy and resources document. You can see the cursor there, and that document discusses plagiarism. It discusses different aspects that you want to know as a student. More importantly, I want to point you to this APA template here, and I'm going to open that real quick. This is a template for you to use whenever you turn in any essay assignments for this class. And so if you'll get in the habit of using it, not only for this class, but for any class at MACU, every course at Mid-America uses APA formatting. If you'll use this template when you turn in a written assignment, at the very least, you will have the correct style, or it's going to look like it's supposed to look. Okay, so I've pointed that out to you. APA template. Get in the habit of using it. It's for your benefit. Let me back out of that real quick. Let's see, was there anything else on course documents that I saw? I want to say might have been one other thing. Essay grading rubric, reflective journal. Okay, that's enough for now for that thing. Let's look at week 1. Okay, now this is how I get to it. There's many different ways to get to things, but just go to week 1 like this. Okay, every week is set up essentially the same way, right? You have an overview, you have content, week 1 discussion, a week 2 discussion, and 2 assignments. The first thing I want you to look at is maybe the overview. This is, again, every week, just kind of go through this, just to get used to get reoriented every week on what you're going to do. You'll see the overall course overview, the course objectives, and then we get into the week 1 overview and the week 1 objectives, how those things tie in. The book you're going to need for this class looks like this. Okay, it's a simple little book. It's quick read, a couple hundred pages, no big deal. But this book you can use again for every class from here on out that you're here at MACU, because it's an APA version, a pocket style manual. So if you have questions on what APA style should look like, this is the book that we're going to use, or this is a book that you can use. You'll see for week 1 we have some chapters to read, chapters 1 through 3, 7, 16 through 24, and then the discussions off of those, and then the assignments and when those are due. We are beginning to change when discussions are due. The initial post for both discussions is going to be day 3, and the response is going to be due by day 6. Now, some classes used to be the response was due by day 7. We're phasing that out. So we're just going to have discussions, respond to discussions between days 4, 5, and 6. Okay, and then that way, day 7, you're just focusing on turning in the major essay and the reflective journal. Okay, most classes go this way, but that's the way for this one for sure. Okay, go back to week 1. And the content for week 1, look at that. You'll see a picture of the textbook and the different chapters you're going to read, what pages from those chapters, and then you'll notice some supplemental content down here. First thing I want you to look at is the essay grading rubric. I'll click on it. This is essentially the rubric by which I will grade all of your writing assignments. We're getting, again, we're getting through to most of the Gen Ed courses will also use the same rubric. But you're going to be, every writing assignment should be looked at in 4 areas, right? And you'll see substance, organization, style, and conventions. Based on those, you'll notice that I'll put a lot of notes in here, on top of other feedback that I give you. Again, because it's a Comp 1 or Composition 1 course, you're going to get a lot of feedback from me, especially in the first few weeks of this course. But this rubric should standardize what I'm looking for, and really what every course is going to be looking for. Close out of that, and then you'll see the reflective journal example. And here is that reflective journal example. Okay, again, this is going to be the assignment 2 of every week. If your assignment 2 looks like this is what you should shoot for, is to make it look like this. Doesn't have to have the same information. It's going to be different information, obviously. But this is what it should look like. Okay, and again, it's just helping you turn in the correct papers, so that especially when you're in other classes, you're good to go. All right, let's go back to week 1. Week 1 discussion. We'll click on it. You'll see that the first paragraph is going to be the same for every discussion. Okay, it's going to give you the date that it's due, what they should look, and the formatting that it should be in, all that. But it's different, for discussion. Anyway, and what the first discussion number 1 is going to be talking about, right? You're going to be reading about thesis statements, and you're going to write about thesis statements, and this should help you with writing assignments on understanding what a thesis is, what it does, and how to implement it into essays. You'll see that there's a couple of links outside that will help you gain an understanding. If you don't understand it from our textbook, you can go to other sources and learn about thesis that way. Again, the initial post is going to be due day 3. Tomorrow's day 1. Okay, day 1 is always Tuesday. Day 3 is always going to be Thursday. Okay, so that initial post needs to be posted by Thursday, and then the discussion is going to close by Sunday, which is day 6. Okay, every week it's like that. And then Monday, day 7, is for assignments 1 and 2 that need to be posted. Okay, so discussion 1 is about thesis statements. Let's see what discussion 2 is about. Discussion 2 is the clarity section of our textbook. You're going to read about that, and then you'll write what you learned, some interesting facts, something about clarity. Try to write something different than what your other classmates have already written about. So if someone else posts something about clarity, read your other classmates what they've written, and then post something different, because we're learning from each other. That's the beautiful thing about an online class, is that we learn from each other that way. And they're fast, and we just can't possibly all cover the same thing. So learn from each other whenever you can. So use another example than what your another classmate has already used. Okay, so that's discussions 1 and 2. The assignment for week 1. Let's look at assignment 1. You're going to write a 300 to 400 word essay. That's essentially a page and a half to 2 pages. All right, so not very long, but that essay is going to contain a thesis statement, an introductory paragraph, 3 supporting paragraphs, and a conclusion. That's your standard 5-paragraph essay. Again, we're just building blocks here, right? Every week is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be, we'll build upon every week. This week, you're going to write about why writing is important to a college education. What your thoughts are on why writing is important to a college education. I'll give you feedback from that, and please read my feedback. It takes time to grade papers, for Comp 1. And anyway, so read that feedback, and then try to improve week to week. And finally, assignment 2. Basically, every assignment 2 for this course is essentially going to be the same. 250, 350 word paper on what you learned in week 1. Okay, and it could be really anything, right? But it's week 1. Again, we're covering thesis statements. We're covering the clarity section and why writing is important to a college education. So some sort of reflection on one of those 3 main topics will fit the bill for assignment 2. Okay, so that's covering week 1. Let's go back to the course home. In that, you'll see kind of a brief statement about me, where I'm from, and how to contact me. I'm a full-time employee here at MACU, and while I may not look at the class every day, I for sure am either answering the phone or responding to emails, all the time, every day. And so if you have a question, you try to give me a call. If I'm not in the office, send me an email. I can almost guarantee within 24 hours I'll respond to you. One other thing, responses. Down at the bottom of the course homepage, you'll see a link to the Student Success Center at MACU. This online writing center it's free, and it's a wonderful resource. If, for instance, you're concerned about your writing, get into the habit of finishing an assignment, either assignment 1 or assignment 2. Get into the habit of finishing it by maybe day 5, at least getting a draft together, and then you can turn it in to the MACU Online Writing Center. We'll just click on it to see what it looks like. They'll return it to you within 24 hours. So you'll fill out your this writer consultation sheet and post what you want to turn in. You choose your file and then submit. Within 24 hours, and they average closer to 17 hours, they'll return your paper to you with suggestions on how to improve it. Okay. Now, they're not going to do the writing for you. They're only going to edit. Okay. And oftentimes, when they edit, I've had students in the past say, well, they edited my paper and you counted off for this one thing that they edited. And that's okay, right? Remember, I do this for a living. The people at the writing center are typically really good students who are helping out. So take whatever they give you with a grain of salt. But it is a great resource, and it's free, and I would strongly suggest using it, because the more feedback you get on how you're writing, the better writer you're going to become. Okay? Anyway, I guess that's it. I look forward to our class. I really do. This is a run of a class that has just been recently rewritten. So I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes. Look forward to hearing from each of you, and I pray that God blesses each and every one of you. Okay, thanks. Bye.